We're gonna be ready in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Tupac Shakur, All Eyes on Me. That movie's coming out right now. But what I wanted to bring up is, wasn't Tupac an actor?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he started out, as an actor, took some, introduction to theater courses, some, introductory acting courses, and some theater history courses too.
And he played in, I think I read somewhere where it said that he played in a production of Raisin in the Sun.
Yes, matter of fact, he played, if I'm not mistaken, he played Travis, the young son in Raisin, who's supposed to be about, Travis roughly is supposed to be about 10 years old.
So he went from acting, the arts, so he has an extensive background. He didn't just get into rapping. But I believe that I guess you can look up or Google Tupac Shakur and see that there's a lot of actors out here rappers, that started out.
Yes. One that comes to mind is the rapper Mos Def, who's an excellent actor, and he started out, acting. I had the pleasure of meeting him, a few years back.
Nice.
But one of the stories that came out of that was he started out as an actor, but he had to pay the rent, so he started rapping because he had to.
Okay.
Pay some.
What else do you know what he played in? Because I don't remember.
I know probably the movie that comes to mind with Mos Def is probably 16 Blocks with Bruce Willis, and then he was also in the HBO movie Lackawanna Blues.
Okay, yes, I remember that. Yes,
Santiago Hudson put
Okay.
together. Yes. And,
All right.
Ruben wrote that, and Mos Def was in that. He's a wonderful actor, and in addition, he is a great song and dance man too. So, in theater, you almost kind of have to be, if you really want to make it, we always say you have to be a triple threat, meaning that you have to be a solid actor.
Yeah, you have rappers that go into acting. You have Ice Cube from Friday. Speaking of Friday, I want to know what you think about that movie. It's getting ready to come out. I think the next Friday, or the Friday after next Friday.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called.
I think this will be the third. Yeah, this will be the third.
What's your favorite?
This will be the third one. Actually, I like the first one, but the second one was quite funny as well. And the actors, Ice Cube and Chris Tucker.
Do you go to the movies?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
And do you sit there and critique them, or you just go there for fun?
For the most part, I just usually try to sit there and go for fun and just try to enjoy it. If it's something that I really like, then I'll buy it.
Okay.
And take it home and then critique it and try to take it apart.
So what's your favorite movie?
Of all time?
Yes.
The Godfather.
All right.
Yeah.
The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go back to some of the acting. What are some of the bad habits that actors develop that you have a hard time dealing with?
Probably the hardest thing is to get actors, we call it getting off book.
Okay.
Okay. As I was saying before, you want to be a solid actor, and if you're working on a musical, then you have to worry about the singing and the dancing also. But if it's a drama or a comedy, then it's pretty much, because it's all about timing. So you have to get your actors to the point where they get off book. And getting off book means having to basically commit the script. The average play is 120 pages, roughly 2 hours, and and it's usually 7 characters in the play. So you have a sizable, amount of lines, and you have to be what we call a quick study, meaning that you have to be able to memorize a nice
What do you
chunk of
require?
lines.
What time frame do you require them to memorize? Because some people, I know there are a few people who have what you call a photographic memory.
Yeah.
They can memorize stuff and just boom like that. No big deal for them.
Yeah, it's all about timing in the theater. Most professional theaters usually have 3 weeks to mount a play. So a lot of times directors will require you to show up first rehearsal off book.
Okay.
Okay? If
All
you're
right.
working in more of a community setting, community theater type setting, then you will have 6 to 8 weeks.
So we don't have much time, so I'm going to
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
flip out a couple of questions
Okay,
for you.
all right.
Sorry. Have you ever encountered someone who has absolutely no acting talent whatsoever? And then what do you do?
Yes. You have to pull them aside and let them know that maybe they need to take up some other line of work.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Just like that?
No, I mean you give them an adequate chance to show you that they can do it, and you, as a director, as an acting coach, you have to have an exercise.
Well, have you ever just liked somebody as a person and you're just like, such a sweet person but can't act out of a bag? Do you still let them stay, or?
What you do is you try to let them know in a nice way, but a lot of times what you can do is, even though they may not have the talent to be an actor or an actress, a number of times you can find that that person might make a good stage manager or a good lighting technician or a good sound technician. So there are other jobs in the theater outside of acting.
Or makeup.
Or makeup.
Makeup or hair, and set design, costume design is such an imperative part of a play that people don't realize.
And all of those skill sets can transfer from theater
in touch with Ms.
over
Willis.
to film also.
And wigs.
Yes, and wigs.
And wigs, because
Yes.
a lot of times you don't use your own hair.
Yes.
You use wigs.
Yes.
Okay. Quickly, because I'm gonna. Do you still? Why do you think? Because there's two questions I want to ask. Why do you think theater is important to communities?
Theater can do a number of things for the community. Matter of fact, the theater can bring a community back. If you look at towns such as New Brunswick with the George Street Playhouse, Crossroads Theater, you can see what they were able to do. State Theater, what they were able to do for the city of New Brunswick. If you look at Red Bank, you can see what the Two River Theater and the resurgence of the Count Basie.
Tight-knit community.
Count Basie
They
Theater.
support.
And
they're even doing what? In Red Bank, they're
Right.
building more, right?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there's a big expansion project to
Absolutely.
expand the Count Basie Theater to make it a block-long performing arts center. And it also impacts other businesses in the area, especially the restaurant business, because people do lunch, people do dinner, and
right after the play, the first thing people do, they're hungry, they go get something to eat.
or drink.
Yep.
And so those two have a tendency on Broadway.
And they like to walk around in the community and purchase from the other merchants.
Right. Red Bank, Asbury Park. You'll see it also in Freehold, New Brunswick, towns that have that. Even in Newark, the theater business and the restaurant business always complement each other.
How do you think acting helps people in general, children, kids, teenagers? How do you think it helps them?
Well, it can help kids as far as learning, because usually it's a lot easier to read a play than it is to get through a novel or a small book. So a lot of times it's a really, really good introduction to a particular story that they don't know, or one that they do know that's maybe shortened or abridged, through a play version, and it helps them get involved, gets them turned on that way. And if it works,
social skills, because they have to, and also their oratory skills, being able to speak in front of people, because that's a problem. We're scared.
Yes.
Especially in school, sometimes you don't get a chance to be the one that gets to speak in front of everybody. So if you do go into a play, you do get that chance. You get that shine. That little light.
And the skills it takes to memorize a certain amount of lines. That's involved in it, yes, and also just repetition. Repetition, and repetition. You learn so much through repetition. Normally, you're working on a play 6 to 8 weeks, 3 to 4 times a week for a 3-hour stretch.
All right.
That's a
How
lot
can
of
people
repetition.
contact you? This is Darrell Willis Sr. How can they contact you, Director?
I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
Darrell Willis Sr. I'm on Facebook.
Okay. Any other ways that they can contact you?
Yeah, just
email, anything? What's your email?
Now, email is dunbarwillis65@gmail.com.
Say it one more time.
dunbarwillis65@gmail.com.
So when they look you up on Facebook, it is Darrell Willis.
Yes, Darrell Willis Sr.
DARRELL. Okay, Willis Sr. Okay.
Yes.
And your next plays coming out are?
Next that we're working on is a women's piece that we're going to bring back by popular demand. Butterfly Confessions
Okay.
by Dr. Yetta Young,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll be at the Count Basie Theater. And also the holiday favorite, Black Nativity 2017.
Go see that.
Will be that will be at the Count Basie Theater on Saturday, December 30th
Nice.
at 4 in
Okay.
the afternoon. So
And then when is Black Nativity again? Nativity?
Saturday, December 30th.
Saturday, what month is
December
that?
30th.
Oh, December 30th. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
we're looking for singers and dancers and actors right now.
Oh, you're still looking for people to be in the
Yes.
play? Absolutely. So
Yes.
contact Mr. Willis if you yourself or your children want to be in the play. Get out there, get a chance to do a play, and also we'll be bringing some other plays, some of my plays out there. Thank you very much, and thank you, BBPN show. We'll see you again the next time. All right, we're done. Yay, we're done.
Okay, that
You
was
did
good.
it. It's good.
Good.